Hello everyone, this is Rick and welcome to another episode of King Sacrifice. So today in this video I'm gonna talk about a game played between Jose Raul Capablanca and Frank James Marshall. So Jose Raul Capablanca was a Cuban chess player. He was also world's number 3rd official chess champion from the year 1921 to 1927. He was widely renowned for his endgame skills and speed of play. So let's start our video. So Capablanca started with the move e4 and Marshall played the move e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5. So it's the Roy Lopez, a6, bishop to a4, knight to f6, castles, bishop to e7, rook e1, b5, bishop to b3, black castles, c3, d5, e into d5, and you notice that Marshall just gave a pawn up here after knight takes on d5 and white captures the pawn on the e5. Then black captures on the e5 and again rook captures on the e5. So here the suggested move is to play the c6, after which rook to e1, bishop to d6, d4 and queen to h4. So this would have been played, but in the game the move knight f6 was played and the rook retreated to e1 and then bishop to d6, just preparing to attack white king. As you notice that almost all of the white's pieces are not yet developed. So black can just play both of his bishops on the queen side, just eyeing on the king side. So the next move white played is the move h3. And now here black just played a move that is just unexpected. So here knight to g4. Now queen to f3 was played, because you notice that if h takes on g4 then queen to h4. And now here if white just plays the move g3 then he's just going to lose, because of bishop takes on g3, f takes on g3, queen takes on g3, king to f1, bishop takes on g4. And it is the best move for white here is to take the bishop with the queen. So if you just place the move queen to c2 just in order to protect it, here black will just play the move bishop to h3, which will just lead to a mating combination after king to e2, rook a e8 check, queen to e4, rook takes on e4, king to d1, rook takes on e1, king to c2, bishop to b5 check, d3, and queen takes on d3 will be a checkmate. So here instead of g3, the correct way to play is rook to e4, after which queen to h2 check, king f1, queen to h1, king e2, and queen takes on g2. So this would have been played in the game, but white played queen to f3. So queen to h4, d4. Now here again knight takes on f2. So notice that capturing the knight with the queen is not going to be good for white, because of bishop to g3, not because of g3 but because of bishop to h2 check, and he needs to stay in touch with the queen, because if he plays king to h1 or captures the bishop then he will just lose it, because queen captures on the f2. So king to f1, bishop to g3, queen takes on f7. Now here if white will just try to checkmate with this move, now he will just get a check from the black rook. So Here, if black would have straight away played the move bishop to g3, then he would have just lost because of queen to f7, and after rook to f7, rook to e8 is a checkmate, noticing that the rook is pinned by the bishop. So it is necessary to play bishop to h2 over here in order to bring the king on the f file, so that whenever bishop to g3 and if the queen takes on f7, then rook takes on f7 will be a check, and on the other move black's gonna protect the king from checkmate. So white played the move rook e2 in this position, and after which bishop to g4 was played. Here bishop takes on h3 would have been played, but black played the move bishop to g4, and then h takes on g4, bishop h2 check, king to f1, bishop to g3, just threatening a checkmate. So white just protected with taking on the knight with the rook, queen to h1 check, king to e2, bishop takes on f2. So now here white just made a very important decision of playing bishop to d2. If king takes on f2, then the queen will take the bishop, and it will just lead to many problems for white. So here the move bishop to d2 was played instead of king takes on f2. Now bishop to h4, and white played the move queen to h3, and here white just wants to exchange the queen and just go on for a win. But here black just do not want to exchange the queens, so he played the move rook a to e8, giving a check, king d3, queen to f1 check, c2, and protected the bishop by playing bishop to f2. So queen to f3, queen to g1, bishop to d5, c5, d takes on c5, bishop takes on c5, b4, and here black just would have been played bishop to e3, but when he played the move bishop to d6, white just played the move a4 and just made a way for the rook to develop. So here black played a5, a takes on b5, a takes on b4, and the rook just went on to develop. So b takes on c3, knight takes on c3. So you notice white has also produced a passed pawn on the b file. So here black just had to play bishop to c7, after which rook to a4, bishop to b6, g5, and rook to c8. But in the game, bishop to b4 was played, which led to a result of 1-0 after b6. Bishop takes on c3, bishop takes on c3, h6, b7, rook to e3, and here white just played a mating combination move, that is bishop takes on f7. You notice that if the rook takes on f7, then it will just be a mate after b8, promoting to a queen, giving a check, rook to e8, queen takes on e8, king to h7, queen d3 check, rook to f5, queen captures the rook, g6, and queen f to f7, giving a checkmate. So if the rook here would have moved to h8, then rook takes on h6 would have been made, noticing that it is a pinning to the g pawn. So here if king to h7, then queen to h5 check, g6, queen takes on g6 will be a checkmate. So knowing that, black just resigned after bishop took on f7. So you notice this was a really fantastic game. Also, this was one of the greatest games played by Capablanca against Frank James Marshall. So by this we have came to an end of our video, and Do not forget to like the video, and if you have subscribed our channel, thank you and keep supporting us. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe it. And also do not forget to hit the bell button so that you will get a notification whenever I upload a video. So thank you for watching and see you on the next video.